All right, so let's today talk about probably the most common or two most common pumps that are available through insurance and that many moms hear really great reviews on. And we are talking about the Spectra S1 and S2, or the Spectra Pink, Spectra Blue. Why are we going to talk about these together? Well, in actuality, they're the same pump. There's no difference other than one has a rechargeable battery, one must be used plugged in. So wall pump, portable is a stretch. I'll explain why later. So walking through these pumps, I'm going to use this one just so it doesn't have to be plugged in as an example. So this is our Spectra S1, the blue pump. This is a primary pump. This pump can last you from start to end of your breastfeeding journey. It carries a 2-year, I believe, warranty. Their customer service is phenomenal. And this pump really is a workhorse. It can keep going and last you as long as stored and taken care of appropriately through multiple breastfeeding journeys. I can't say enough about the quality of Spectra products. They really are very good. So on this pump, we have a couple of features. Comes with your tubing and flanges. More on flange sizing in a little while because the flanges that come probably aren't going to use. Anywho, so here we've got our Spectra. We have our power button to turn this on. When you turn on a Spectra, it is automatically going to turn on to the setting, the expression mode that you used last. That's a really important thing to remember because that can be a little painful if you are not expecting it. So on this pump, outside of the power button, we also have our cycle options. Cycle is how fast, how many suctions it's going to do, or milk expressions it's going to do in a minute. We have our vacuum settings, which is the strength of that suction. We have a light. I mean, that's great. Personally, I never used it, but in theory, you've got it to see in the middle of the night, in the dark, whatever it is. There is a little holder in the back. This fits the Spectra bottles. Again, it's a little feature. You can use it. I see people put snacks in it, their water bottle in it, put extra pump parts in it, whatever it might be. I mean, it's a nice little feature. Does it make or break the pump? Absolutely no. And then we have our button that changes between our modes. This you'll often hear is called the bacon button because it's got the 3 little wavy lines on it that kind of look like strips of bacon. But this is how you're going to toggle back and forth between your different modes. So when you turn this pump on, like I said, it's going to turn on the expression. Let me turn the light on, see if you can see that better. It's going to turn on the expression mode, those longer cycles that you used last. So do not hook this pump up until you push the button and change it back to stimulation mode or massage mode. Depending on the pump, there's all the different terms. I'm going to use stimulation mode and expression mode, stimulating our letdown and expressing milk. So stimulation mode on the Spectra has 1 cycle that's going to be 70. These are shorter, faster pulls, trying to imitate baby's initial latch and suckling to help trigger your letdown. You're also going to have 5 different vacuum settings that you can pick from. So here it's on setting 4. It can go up to 5 or down to as soft as 1. There's no right or wrong here. It's based on what works best for your body. You never want to use the highest possible suction if that is not comfortable to you, because being tight and tense and painful when pumping is going to cause you to have a less effective letdown, and it's gonna hurt. Pumping's not supposed to hurt. Let me say that again. Pumping is not supposed to hurt. If it does, if it's any discomfort at all, that is a sign that we need to fix something. So once you have actually stimulated your letdown, and this could happen pretty quickly or it could take a minute or two. So the other thing I like about the Spectra is it doesn't automatically change. It will allow you to stay on this stimulation mode as long as possible on the cycle 70. But let's say my milk has started flowing, I've had my letdown, the bottles are starting to see milk consistently drop in. This is where you're typically going to now toggle back to your massage or your expression mode. This is going to be customizable to, again, what feels comfortable to you. So right now I have this on 54, meaning it's going to do 54 milk withdrawals, 54 of those suctions in the span of a minute. This is the fastest of the expression mode settings. So if you like a faster cycle, this is going to be one that's comfortable for you. But my suggestion is, as you are learning your pump and practicing with your pump in those early weeks of pumping, try the different cycles, because you might find that you like a longer pull. If your baby is one that typically does 2 to 1 nursing suck, so they suck, suck, swallow, versus suck, swallow, you might like a faster or a slower cycle because of that. So you can customize this to what is comfortable for you, how your baby typically nurses, or again, just what your body responds to. So this is gonna go from 54. We have an option for 50, we have an option for 46, we have an option for 42, and we have an option for 38. 38 is the slowest option. Personally, I always was around 50 to 54, but again, that was my body and what I liked. And as an exclusive pumper, I had no basis of comparison to what my child was gonna do with nursing, or at least with my first anyways. Once you have finished your pumping session, you're going to turn your pump off, you're going to disconnect, you're gonna either pull your milk or prep a bottle, bag your milk, whatever it takes. This pump will hold a charge for 6 hours if it is fully charged. It's very important with the Spectra S1 to not leave it plugged in overnight. Do not leave this on the charger all the time. That actually can damage the battery. So that first time we use it, we're gonna unbox it, we're gonna charge it fully for 6 hours, we'll use it, and then after that, plug it in until it's fully charged, but don't leave it plugged in any longer. The S2 that stays plugged in, you can leave it plugged in all the time. There's no worry about that. But again, on this rechargeable battery, we don't wanna overcharge it, we don't wanna leave it plugged in all the time. You can use this while it's plugged in if needed, but again, it's designed to be portable, be able to take it with you where you go. I love these pumps. They are great pumps. They are not for everyone though. If you do not like the sensation of pumping, this pump comes with a built-in vibration. Some moms love that feature. It's super comfortable for them. It helps either distract them from what they're doing or they feel that their milk letdown is more responsive to it. It's personal preference. So if you have not liked the Spectra, it might be because of that built-in vibration. Spectra is also a softer pump. Out of all the pumps on the market, you're gonna see a pretty big distinction between what has more of a stronger suction versus ones that are a little bit lighter. And I personally think the Spectra has a little bit of a lighter suction, which is why so many moms like it. So that's the Spectra S1, S2. Again, great pumps, primary pumps, pumps that can last you from day one till the end of your pumping journey, available through pretty much every insurance company out there. This is usually a fully covered option. This is starting to become more fully covered, but is often a small upgrade. My recommendation would be to go for the upgrade if that is in your price range, because again, the ability to be able to take this with you and not be plugged in can be a game changer. So hopefully that was helpful. And if you have a Spectra, happy pumping.